Yo, what's up guys? Today we have a speed test between the Realme X2 Pro and the Oppo Reno Ace. Both of them are paired with Snapdragon 855 Plus processing chips, such as the Realme X2 Pro we have over here, as well as 8 gigs of RAM. The Realme actually has UFS 3.0 storage because it is the 128 gig version, and the Oppo also has 128 gig storage and 8 gigs of RAM, as well as that Snapdragon 855 Plus processing chip, which you can verify all over here in the About Phones under the settings menu. Then we also both have 90Hz refresh rate panels, but we can actually change individual apps on the Realme, which is really cool. We also have high performance mode on both devices, so we're going to go ahead and enable that for the purposes of the most amount of performance in this test, as well as turning off all animations under developer options to keep things accurate. Talking about accuracy, I'll also be pairing GoPro Hero 7 Black footage at the bottom left hand corner, so keep an eye out for that. Guys, this is TechNick, and without further ado, let's go. So we're going to start off over here with round one. As you guys can see, the bottom right hand corner over there with the timer counting down to the next round. We had a second quicker on the Oppo Reno Ace when booting up, and we also opened up app refreshing icons on both devices at the same time. When it comes to unlocking, we both have the same exact optical scanners underneath both of these bad boys, and things are pretty much the same, except the Oppo Reno Ace actually took the first tick over there in the first round, and we did 3 sets over there, and the Oppo Reno Ace got one of them, and then it was tied for the other two, so the Oppo Reno Ace got that third point in round one over there. Now we're doing facial recognition, and the Realme X2 Pro pretty much took it every single time there, giving it its second point in round one. Moving on to round two over here, we're going to go from camera to PUBG for round two, then PUBG all the way back up to camera for round three. Keep an eye out on that GoPro footage at the bottom left hand corner, and as well as the yellow highlighted round points scores that we have beside each of the devices over here, so that you guys can keep an eye out on which one is snagging each point during round two, and then once again for round three after this. So far with the camera, it seems like things are pretty even overall. We also have things even with the calculator over there. System apps seem pretty similar. If you guys see double ticks as seen over there, it means that they got a tied point, meaning that they both got allocated a point over there. So both of them have pretty much just gotten tied points with all of the system apps. But going into the internet speed test over here, the Oppo Reno Ace opened it up quicker. I have sped things up 600 times over here, but the seconds over there, bottom left hand corner, 19 seconds on the X2 Pro, and we got 19 seconds on the Reno Ace, but the download and upload speed was slightly better on the X2 Pro, giving it its 8th point over there, making things even once again at 8 points apiece in round two. Now we're going to go ahead and open up Spotify, which the Oppo Reno Ace takes, and we're going to jump into Adobe Photoshop Express here, giving the Oppo Reno point another edge ahead, now 3 points ahead when opening up the actual photo and saving it to gallery with UFS 3.0 storage on both devices. We actually do get a tied round over there, both with a point that time. The Adobe Premiere Clip app has been opened now, and the Reno Ace takes that, and when opening up the actual footage that we have here, the Reno Ace takes it once again. But now we're going to go ahead and export it. This is a 4K clip. We're going to downscale it to 1080p over here, and we're going to export it like this, and once again 600 times speed on my footage over here, but the X2 Pro did it in 23 seconds as opposed to the Oppo Reno Ace's 30-second mark over there. Both of them have UFS 3.0 storage. Bear in mind that if you get the 64 gig version of the X2 Pro, that is limited to UFS 2.1 storage, though the Oppo Reno Ace has UFS 3.0 storage on all of their devices. So even if you get a smaller storage option over there, you should still have UFS 3.0 storage. Really interesting. The Oppo Reno Ace is slightly more expensive than the X2 Pro. The X2 Pro has been pretty much my favorite phone, favorite budget phone anyway of last year, just second to the wonderful Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. We got another tied round point over there in round two for opening up Instagram, though the Reno Ace opened up Twitter a little bit quicker. I'm not going to be speaking about every single individual point throughout the test. I thought I'd start out just to get things a little bit exciting over there for you guys, but you can keep your eyes on track with the round two scores so far, and later on we'll go into round three. As you guys can see with the user interface that you can actually see on the screen over here, we have the GoPro footage at the bottom left hand corner if you guys have not seen that yet. We also have the countdown timer at the bottom right hand corner until we get to the next round, and then of course we have the points, and the one that is highlighted is the one that we're currently busy with. I also allocated tick at the top, well underneath each branding and at the top of each score when it does get given a point over there, and I give double points, well not double points, but each of them a point if it is a tie, to keep things as even as possible. Overall, these phones are really similar, guys. If you do not know, both of them, Oppo and Realme, are owned by BBK Electronics. They also own OnePlus and Vivo as well. Oppo's sub-brand is actually Realme, so Realme is actually made by Oppo, hence why they are both running on ColorOS. Both of them are still on Android 9 at the time that I actually recorded this clip a few weeks ago, though I know that the Android 10 updates are already rolling out for both of the devices, so that is really good to see. It will be interesting to see how the speed test runs on both of them with ColorOS 7. So we're still on ColorOS 6 over here, and I'm pretty sure that when the X2 Pro gets its update, it's actually going to get Realme software, like we saw on the Realme X50 5G. That phone is not much of a beast compared to the X2 Pro. It is almost the same price as the X2 Pro with a Snapdragon 765G processing chip, though still 7nm technology. It is not a flagship chip, though if you guys are interested in gaming performance, I actually did a gaming performance test between the Snapdragon 855 Plus, which is in both of these phones on the ROG Phone 2. I also did it on the other two devices, which was Snapdragon 765G, which was the Realme X50, and the Redmi K30 was running a Snapdragon 730G chip. You guys should definitely go check that out. I got some really interesting results when it comes to 120 frames per second. Back to this test, guys. We are on round 3 over here, and so far the Oppo Reno Ace is doing doing slightly better with almost 3 points ahead. Okay, the X2 Pro is now snagging some more points, making it just 1 point behind the Oppo Reno Ace when going in round 3 over here. Now, round 3 isn't really about app management, RAM management per se, but it is more so about opening up the app and which one actually opens it up faster, since this is indeed a speed test. Guys, as always, if you have any suggestions or would like me to replace an app for another one, please leave a comment down below in the comment section, of course, and I will take it into account. I do like to change things up. Someone once said that, please could you actually go into a YouTube video to see how quick the phones actually open up a clip. So I have now done that. I've done a couple things that people have suggested. I'm still using the old apps kind of on here. I haven't really taken your suggestions into account yet because this was actually recorded a few weeks back. So far we have just 1 point ahead on the Oppo Reno Ace. We got a lot of tied points when reopening apps, though I am not really surprised by that, guys. These are both ColorOS 6 devices, both pretty much by Oppo with the same specs inside it, so I was expecting very similar results. But when we do go into the total score over here, things are a little bit different. We have 48 total points for the Oppo Reno Ace as opposed to 35 on the X2 Pro. The Realme X2 Pro has pretty much smashed everything I've put it up against, but now the Oppo Reno Ace is the new king. Either a phone that you get are absolutely awesome, guys, and I really hope that you enjoyed this test as much as I did making it. Honestly, the X2 Pro is still my favorite. Until next time, guys, this is TechNick.